Hey everybody, I'm Ryan, and today's one of the hottest days outside, so I apologize if I'm sweaty and frizzy during this. I turned the fan off to be able to have reasonable sound quality. But today we're going to talk about the Brotherhood of Northshire, previously known as the Holy Order of Northshire Clerics. Clerics of the Brotherhood of Northshire are a derivative of the Church of the Holy Light. The Church of the Holy Light is the primary religion for humans. Devout clerics from the Church of the Holy Light ventured south in an attempt to spread their faith. When they reached Stormwind, they founded the Holy Order of Northshire Clerics, establishing their base at Northshire Abbey. The Kingdom of Stormwind looked to the clerics for wisdom and inner peace. The clerics used their powers to soothe the hearts and minds of Stormwind citizens during these dark times, which there were plenty. Now, along with the Knights of the Brotherhood of the Horse, the clerics of the Brotherhood of Northshire serve the King of Stormwind. Originally, the mission of the Holy Order of Northshire Clerics was to spread the message of the Holy Light to the people of Stormwind. They were essentially missionaries, and a Stormwind citizen described them as, "These are the holy men of our kingdom. Their spiritual leadership keeps both the people and the troops of Azeroth focused upon our mission of everlasting peace. Their ability to channel the spirit of humanity through their bodies makes them truly wondrous, and the stories of their ability to heal the sick and injured, as well as being able to affect the perceptions of others, are miraculous in nature. The transgressions against humanity by the Orcs have forced them to devise ways to defend themselves, but their true path remains the healing of men's souls." Side note on that, the light actually used to be called the spirit of humanity, but that has either changed or been retconned. Gnolls found the small farming villages surrounding Stormwind easy prey. Stormwind Knights, accompanied by the clerics of Northshire Abbey, rode out to deal with the Gnolls. As time went on, the Gnolls became more and more bold, eventually attacking Stormwind itself during the reign of King Barathen Wrynn. This was called the Gnoll Wars. This attack on Stormwind forced the soldiers to guard the city and left the farmsteads unguarded. What made matters worse is that other human kingdoms refused to send aid to Stormwind. Because trade with Stormwind was so rare, there was no advantage in helping them out. The only choice left was to assassinate the Gnoll Pack Lord, which would hopefully scatter the Gnoll packs. King Barathen himself and some knights snuck into the Gnoll camp and assassinated Pack Lord Garfang. This indeed scattered the Gnoll packs and ended the Gnoll Wars. From then on, King Barathen Wrynn was known as Adamant and celebrated as a hero. After the war, Stormwind became even more isolationist, believing that they could deal with any threat on their own. When Medivh was a child, he fell into a coma and was watched over by his friends Anduin Lothar and Prince Llane Wrynn at Northshire Abbey, and he was tended to by the healers there. He didn't wake until he was an adult, and while he was tended to well by the clerics of Northshire Abbey, going to sleep as a child and waking as an adult greatly traumatized him. When the Dark Portal appeared and Orcs began pouring into Azeroth, they amassed and attacked Stormwind. During the First War, the Holy Order of Northshire Clerics risked their lives to heal the wounded in combat. They accompanied every Stormwind patrol, not just in this war, but in previous wars as well, including the Gnoll Wars and the war against the Gurubashi. The clerics had been known to heal enemy gnolls and trolls on the battlefield, so in past wars they have been relatively safe. The Orcs in the First War did the opposite. They targeted the clerics, knowing that they could return the wounded humans to battle. Still, the clerics kept joining the military in battle, their bravery becoming legendary. The Orcs destroyed the farmland surrounding Stormwind and completely destroyed their economy. During the war, a band of Ogres stole the Tome of Divinity, an important holy artifact for the Church of the Holy Light, which Northshire Abbey asked Stormwind to retrieve. Knight Champion of Stormwind, Anduin Lothar, led an expedition into their hideout in the Deadmines, but were captured. Lothar appeared in a vision to the Abbot of Northshire, pleading for assistance. With this revelation, King Llane sent a detachment of troops into the Deadmines to rescue them. They returned with the Tome of Divinity, letting the clerics at Northshire Abbey safeguard it, and Lothar returned to the war. Also during the war, Garona was found snooping through Northshire Abbey and was captured. Shortly after, the Orcs rescued her. The first war against the Orcs had been a failure, however. Throughout the war, Garona had infiltrated Stormwind and gained the trust of King Llane. She didn't want to, but compelled magically by Gul'dan, she assassinated King Llane during the Horde's second siege on Stormwind. Young Prince Varian witnessed it all. This made morale falter, and the Orcs invaded the city. Some Stormwind citizens escaped on ships with young Prince Varian and the knight Anduin Lothar to Southshore in Lordaeron. Stormwind City burned to the ground. In the Second War, refugee clerics that escaped the Orcs in Stormwind would continue fighting in the Alliance of Lordaeron, when they would finally claim victory against the Orcs. After the Second War, Archbishop Faol, the same one who created the Paladins, which were instrumental in winning the war, raised funds to rebuild Stormwind. He also formed a new clerical order, with the Holy Order of Northshire Clerics now in ruins, composed of clerics, priests, and paladins, and called it the Brotherhood of Northshire, which is what it's now called. The Brotherhood of Northshire has been changed a few times. For example, it used to be called the Holy Order of Northshire Clerics, and they used to call the Light God. The idea of a heaven or hell equivalent have also been referenced up to the Second War. It has also been straight up retconned. For example, in earlier accounts, Archbishop Faol was said to be the abbot of Northshire Abbey, while later accounts said that he was already in Lordaeron during the First War. I personally believe this is just a result of an organization that has literally been around since the very first game and the beginning of Warcraft, and just having an incredibly long-running story. I don't fault Blizzard at all for it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check me out on other social media sites. Click like, click subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, but especially on Twitch. My wife and I stream there all the time, and we'd love for you to join the community. Stay cool out there. I'll see you later. Bye.